Hey folks, this is Nod, and we are mucking around with X-Plane. Okay, well, the other day I was flying around the United States, and along my travels, in the fine state of New Mexico, I came across this rather strange thing on my map. And there wasn't anything, it just looked like desert and scrubland and stuff, and I was like, what the heck is this? It's this giant Y-shaped thing in the middle of the desert. And I had an idea what it was, so but I wanted to confirm that, so I went and looked it up. And as you probably figured out by the title of this video, it was the Very Large Array, which is a giant collection of 27 radio telescopes out in the desert there. And they are involved in something incredibly geeky called interferometry, which is basically you take a whole bunch of either telescopes or, in this case, radio telescopes, or look like satellite dishes basically, and you space them all apart and link them all together, and what you end up with is a much clearer image of what you're looking at, like stars and space and stuff like that, which I'm kind of into as another one of my interests is space. Anyway, so this is all a bunch of very nerdy stuff, which I'm not really going to get into too much. But yes, the VLA, the Very Large Array, looks like this. It's, as you can see, giant dishes. And if you've ever seen the movie Contact, which was based on a book by Carl Sagan, you know that you probably recognize it for that because a good chunk of the movie was filmed at the actual site. So what I did was fire up the overlay editor, which lets you muck around with scenery in X-Plane, and I decided to create my own very large array. So zoom on down here, give you an idea what we got here going on here. So yeah, it's not just the VLA, the actual array. It's I also put in some scenery here with some buildings and this and whatnot, and all sorts of nickety-knackities down here, dumpsters and all the way down to yes. So I kind of spent a bit of time doing that, made something look kind of pretty. Now I can't take complete credit for the model I made here. This guy DGF actually produced this in. Well, he joined in 2009. I believe he made the scenery in 2011, so it was pretty old by the time I got to it. And I decided, I don't know, the scenery's nice and all, it looks cool, but it's not exactly in the right place according to the Ortho scenery and then the new OpenStreetMap stuff. Yeah, it's got a couple of other issues, but I decided to take the satellite dish from it, which this guy actually gives you permission to use as long as you're cool about it. Give him credit and stuff, which I've done. So what I did was I've made my own scenery here, which I just, yeah, obviously, and I've put it on the org store, so you can download it here. Link is in the descriptions, of course. Okay, we are in the simulator. Yeah, I'm going to fly the ultralight. I haven't flown this in quite some while. I think they've made some improvements to it, so we're going to check it out. But anyway, where are we going? We are at this November 29. I'm not going to try to pronounce that, but yeah. Anyway, the VLA is to the west, about 15 nautical miles. So we're going to head that way. Let's see if I remember how to start this thing. All right, so master switch. There we go. Mags 1 and 2. Come on out. And we press the starter button. That didn't work. Okay. Gotta add fuel. Yes. Very good. Okay, everything is working pretty good. And away we go. Where does this thing feel squirrely? Oh yeah. There's my airspeed. Seems I need to be in white arc maybe. Looks like we're flying already. Okay, yep, we're up. Pretty good. Whoa, baby. This thing is squirrely. Back a little bit. Flaps away. Get some airspeed going here. Okay, we are on our way. Where are we going though is a big question. Okay, this looks kind of good. I want to hook up with this US 60 road here. That's going to kind of lead us to where we need to be. That looks pretty good. Okay, we're going to head to the middle of the hub, I guess. this thing straight. Alright, there's the highway down there. See some traffic down there. Follow the truckers. How fast are we going here? We are doing not very many knots. Okay, 60 knots. Okay, no, 45 knots. Oh boy. If those trucks are going faster than we are, yeah, that's all. I'll be good with it. Sort of keeping up with the truck I am. Yeah, we're not exactly breaking any speed records here, are we? I think we're going slightly faster than he is. Racing the trucks we are, yes indeed. That's kind of a good. Yeah, it's kind of odd. There's a lot more room on the speedometer to go faster. Well, I guess that's for flying downhill. Yeah. Wow, I love the way this stuff's taped on here. Look at that. Isn't that great? Yeah, I haven't flown this in a while. This seems much improved. Looks like we got a couple little hills to the side here. Might go play with those on the way here. But look, on the horizon here, can you make that out? I think I can start to see some dishes down there. That scenery's awesome. Wow, what the heck is that, I wonder? Mysterious markings in the desert. Aliens, perhaps. Yes, come to visit the VLA. A very large array. Alright, we're going up the hill mountain. Here we are. Alright, well that was kind of pointless flying up here, but I want to get a little bit of altitude anyway, so we get a better view ahead of us. Alright, a little bit of climbing, got a little bit above it now, so you can kind of get a look around and see the whole thing. Yeah, look at that, eh? Yeah, I can see why they picked this spot. I mean, look at that, it's just perfect. It's just absolute flat desert surrounded by mountains, so it's kind of sort of protected, I guess, but yeah, talk about middle of nowhere for sure. Alright, I think I'm going to zip down to the closest dish and let's head on down there. See how fast we can get this thing going. Diving we are, diving. Let's drop the nose some more. Let's see what we can get out of this puppy. Alright, there we go, now we're moving. 60 knots. Oh yeah. Well, as you can see, we're coming up. Getting pretty close now. Yeah, this is the last dish in the array on this leg here. You can kind of see here. It's like here in front of us, so they could actually move this. I can move these dishes all the way out here, which is like, 3 times the distance they are right now, which is absolutely. That's why they call it very large array, I suppose. I would say that's pretty large already, but it can be a lot bigger, all the way out there. Wow. All right, we're running at the dishes. Here we go. Yeah, that's a big dish. So I'm probably breaking all manner of rules here, flying here. In fact, I think there's a restricted airspace here up to I don't think you're supposed to be below 13,000 feet here. I may be wrong. What does it say here? Yeah, minimum altitude 13,500. Oops. I think I'm below that. Just a bit. Yeah, those are some big dishes. Try this in a fast airplane. Probably not anyway. supposed to be out here. We're just inspecting the tracks, right? Yeah, you see down here, like the railroad tracks? They use these to actually wheel these things out on. See, there's these little stations where they can wheel them out into little areas and little stops on them and things. So they can move these up and down these rails wherever they want, depending on how large they need their array to be. Which I think is pretty neat. Alright, coming to the center hub here. So that's the north arm, I guess. So it's a bit of like a train station mess here. I don't know what the heck goes on with these tracks. These tracks is actually part of the original the scenery that's the overlay scenery, the stock over. These tracks are actually here already, but there was no satellite dishes on them, so I've added those, obviously. And here we are coming up on the facility. There's the radio observatory facility in all its glory. So this is the building where they actually service the antennas, I believe. The dishes. There's more facilities here and all sorts of stuff going on. I don't really know much about it, but I just positioned all the buildings where they're supposed to be. That down there is the visitor center. Looks like they're having a visit by a helicopter there. And there's more facilities here and then various tanks, and I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it looks all very impressive here, but when you actually look at some of the pictures on Google Earth and in the contact and all, it's just a big sort of, seems a bit dusty, sort of outback sort of some of these are, you know, just one notch up from a trailer park sort of buildings, but I really represented them perfectly here in the scenery, but it's kind of gets an idea. Now, this is an interesting little area here. This is the long wavelength array or something. This little area down here has got a whole bunch of little crazy antennas in it. I haven't really done them very well here, but I actually well, if you come in here, you can see a bunch of little tiny antennas. Yeah, they're actually paracels, but don't worry about that. But yeah, that's another whole little area, so doing other sorts of astronomy and goodness knows what sort of scientific things. Alright, well let's set down here somewhere, maybe in front of the visitor center. Let's drop some flaps here. Go back on the gas. Let's see if we can set this thing down. I never landed this thing, this ought to be good. If we get up past this road here, and down we go. Brakes. Very good. We've arrived. Oh, that's fun. Oops. Alright, well, yeah, there's my scenery, I guess. So if you're interested in checking out the very large array, here she is. Yeah, I thought it was an interesting subject. A little bit of something to add to your sightseeing tour. Okay, well, that'll probably do it for this. Thanks for watching. If you like this stuff, please subscribe and give me a like. And yeah, go download this if you want to check it out. Thanks for watching. Take care.